People think revenge is loud. They imagine screaming confrontations, shattered glass, public humiliation. Mine was quieter and far more devastating. I was born into privilege, but I grew up invisible. My name is Emily Langford, and for 17 years I lived in a house where love was conditional and comparison was currency. My parents were respected, wealthy, admired, and yet, in their eyes, I was always lacking. Not smart enough, not driven enough. Not her. Natalie, the girl they adopted when I was 10. The girl who became everything they wanted me to be. She smiled easily. She thanked them constantly. She worked tirelessly, as if she were auditioning for their approval and winning every role. They called her humble. They called her grateful. They called her special. They called me disappointing. What they didn't know, what no one knew, was that my grandparents had left me an inheritance so large it rewrote the meaning of wealth. Not trust fund money, not family money, power money. They hated my parents. Quietly, politely, thoroughly. Before they died, they handed me access codes, legal documents, and a single warning. Never reveal your strength until the world forces you to. So I didn't. I wore plain clothes. I kept my grades respectable, not impressive. I let my parents believe I was drifting, directionless, soft. And every insult went into a ledger. The night everything changed, my father didn't raise his voice. He didn't have to. "Look at Natalie," he said over dinner, gesturing casually. "She knows what ambition looks like. You could learn something from her." Natalie froze. She hated these moments. I smiled. That was the moment I stopped trying to earn their love. That was the moment I decided they would learn mine. Revenge is best served through distance. I started with Natalie, not to hurt her, but to remove her from the equation. I created a scholarship under a Shell Foundation. Elite, international, impossible to refuse. Natalie earned it. When she was accepted into a boarding school overseas, my parents cried with pride. They hugged her like she was a miracle. I hugged her like I was setting her free. "You're going to outgrow all of this," I whispered. She didn't understand. Not yet. Once Natalie was gone, my parents turned their disappointment fully toward me. And that's when I began dismantling their world. I bought companies they depended on, silently. I funded competitors to their friends' businesses. I redirected investment